Hey guys, Adam here from DirectionTrader.com. Let's do today's midday recap and talk about what we see moving forward. We'll start here with the crude. Crude, without a doubt, in a nice downtrend, as we talked about yesterday. Kind of took back some of that drop we had from Tuesday. So I'm very curious to see if we can get a continuation, a resumption of the overall trend, and just get this thing to continue pushing to the downside. Over here is a 5-minute chart. I am looking for this thing to start stair-stepping its way down. At least that's what I would like to see. If we do get a pop back up here, then we're still sitting inside this range, and there's no change from what we had as far as a bias going into this week. So we're still neutral biased on these markets. But if we can get a little drop here in the afternoon, I will continue to look for further selling here leading into tomorrow and next week. Start here at the S&P. Let me pull this down. There we go. Still waiting here on the S&P and the stock index. Just all the stock indexes in general here, just chopping sideways, just waiting. Kind of like we got that sideways range on crude. Looking for these things to get out of this range. We are kind of exhausted to the upside, so we was due for a break. I was hoping for a little bit of a drop, maybe get some volatility back in the market, maybe increase in volume, maybe pull this market back a little bit, but it is just holding here, guys. Holding, and the longer it holds, the more likely it is to pop to the upside. So I'm going to continue to watch here. You see over here on a 5-minute chart, you know, we had this little rock to the upside, but we're having a little bit deeper correction here. So I'm looking to see if maybe it'll roll over, test some of these lows, and then hopefully the next day or two get a nice little drop here. But if that doesn't happen, the longer this thing stays sideways, the more likely it is just to continue to the upside. So if any of you are swing trading any of these, that could help you out in your decision making. Here, the same thing on the Nasdaq, guys. Nasdaq's actually been the stronger of the three instruments. We've actually hit targets here on the Nasdaq. As you see, we pulled back to a fib number here, got a bounce, and actually hit our first target. So we're still trading in a sideways fashion here for about a week and a half, though, on the Nasdaq, kind of like we are on the S&P, but getting a little bit deeper correction over here on a 5-minute chart. So I'm curious if we can get a little selling into the rest of the day. I know the volatility is starting to rise a little bit right now, but it's going to need to rise a lot more in order to get these markets to sell off. So I'm watching the volatility, I'm watching the price action intraday on these stock index futures, and the longer they stay sideways, the more likely they are to resume back to the upside. Might as well cover the Dow here. Same thing here in the Dow, just very, very sideways choppy. The longer it stays here, the more likely it is to push higher, but we would love to see a pullback here just to see that the volume increases and gets a drop in the market. Just something to change some of these markets. We've been so bullish for so long. And then here on the Russell, more sideways action, guys. I would love to see it come back, at least test this rise in 21 period moving average, this blue line here. That's kind of a nice resumption price level. So if we can get a little pullback here, I think that would be healthy for the market, even for a bounce. But if it does continue to trade sideways, I'm going to be very neutral bias. I am keeping my eye on the volatility index, though, because it's going to have a big factor in which way this momentum decides to push here. And then one thing that we must hit on has got to be the euro. Look at this drop in the euro, guys. We traded €1 yesterday towards the end of the day. We put an order out here on the euro right here earlier, and we did not get a fill. It touched our order, did not get a fill there before it actually rolled over, so kind of missed out on one there, but you know, that's just kind of the nature of the business here. We just barely missed that fill, but still a good opportunity. Without a doubt, the threat is still to the downside. We're getting pretty far extended here, though, and a lot of this drop is on news from earlier this morning. But let's see if we can start to get a little bit of a rally. I'll probably actually look for some long opportunities tomorrow morning intraday. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Not a lot for us to hit on as far as detailed support or resistance because these markets are just chopping sideways so much. But we do have a general idea of what we're looking for here if the markets start to move. It doesn't matter which way, we just want them to move, and when they do, we'll have a little game plan for it. So yeah, more of an update today rather than talking exactly about certain price levels. So hope you enjoyed this, guys. If you have any questions, email me, adam@directiontrader.com. If not, thanks for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.